Good morning everybody, it's Friday the 3rd of July and it is assembly number 18. So we have two Zoom sessions to remind you about today, one at 11 o'clock in class 5 with Mrs. Ennis and then one at 2 o'clock in class 4 with Mrs. Metcalf. So if you have already done the Zoom last week, you'll know what to expect and you'll have remembered your things to bring for today. And if you've not done it, if today is your first session, then please remember that it's a really good way to see all of your friends again and to have a little chat with your teacher and sometimes with each other as well. So I do hope that even if you feel a bit nervous about going there, you feel a bit more reconnected afterwards. All right, now I've got a birthday photo here. Millie Oliver, happy birthday to you today. It's your birthday, you're 6 today, and Mum has sent in a baby photo of you. Look how adorable you were when you were a baby. Have a look. Ah, Millie, that's a really, really lovely photo and you've always been smiling ever since. Thank you very much, Mum, for sending that in. Millie, have a lovely, happy birthday. Now we've also got a couple of photos of haircuts. I think people might not have been brave enough to send in real photos of their own haircuts, so we've got two pets here. Now this could get awkward because I don't want to say these are terrible haircuts when they might actually have been great haircuts. So let's make you the judges. Here are two quarantine haircuts. Really nice one. Thank you very much for sending those in. So that's from Mrs. Conway and Mrs. Wilkinson, and also Vienna and Amber's dog. What a cute and gorgeous little dog that is. Thank you very much. Finally, a couple more photos before we get started of one of my favourite photos today. Alex White, you sent this in a few weeks ago actually, and today's the day to show it. Social distancing, which you've heard lots about staying 2 meters apart from each other. Now, today is the final day in the UK where those rules apply. If you cannot keep 2 meters apart from somebody from tomorrow, the rules will be that you can keep 1 meter apart. So I'm just going to show you two photos here. One is a photo of Alex. Now, Alex on his walks, when he used to do his exercise walks, in school lockdown, he was being able to socially distance from his friend Ava and talk to her through a hedge. Have a look at how he managed it. That is quite incredible. Never seen anything like it. But if you've got to keep in touch with your friends, you've got to keep in touch with your friends. Thanks ever so much, Alex, for sending that one in. And also, talking of social distancing, the 2 meters apart rule. Have a look. Oh, there's a great pun, Mrs. Wilkinson. Really good one. Thank you very much. Now in school, all that means is we'll continue to keep 2 meters apart wherever possible. We've got a lot of space in certain places in the school, outside particularly. So we can keep that 2 meter rule in school. But we've also said we've never really been able to promise that we'll keep people 2 meters apart in school. We will do our best and we put our tables 2 meters apart and we put everything that we can possibly 2 meters apart, like the lines on the playground and things like that. So we can still do a lot of it, but where it's not possible, children have been closer than 2 meters apart and they've been able to do that safely so far. So you might have heard in the news yesterday about schools and the plans for September. We're going to keep looking at how that guidance and how those rules all change, because guess what? The government have got a big plan, but what happens is they tend to change it quite a lot. So we will notice over the next 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 days, and probably over the summer holidays as well, those rules will change quite a lot. So at the moment, we're holding on to one piece of good news. The good news is all children can come back to school from September, and that is something to celebrate. So we're really, really pleased with that news. Everything else, we think, will probably change a little bit. Okie dokie, let's get on to our words of the day. So our easy word today is the word forgive. Now, it's very easy to fall out with somebody and to feel angry towards somebody. And actually, it's quite normal to feel angry sometimes. You can't deny it. You can't pretend that you don't feel angry. It's quite normal to feel angry sometimes. But forgiving somebody is the important part. And it's when you stop feeling angry towards somebody. And it takes a bigger and a better person to be able to forgive somebody. Our second word is the word disclose. This is quite a tricky word today. It's when you make some secret information known. And quite often, you might disclose things for either a really good reason because you want to stop something bad from happening, or for a bad reason because you want to tell a tale, or you want to make somebody know something that perhaps wasn't yours to tell. So that's the word disclose. And your third word to try and use is the word corrupt. Now that's a word where you can basically have the power. You want basically to act dishonestly, to get money or to get power. It's where you change the path of good into bad, where you become corrupt. Think of all the villains that do something for money or power in books that you've read or films that you've watched, where you can see their eyes turn red or you can see them going a little bit evil. They're doing it because they have become or they are corrupt. Also, it can be used in computers when your file becomes corrupt. It stops working, and that's never a good sign. Okie dokie. So there are your words for today. Let's move on to our fact of the day. Did you know that some tornadoes are faster than Formula One cars? Wow, fact. I'm kind of lucky we don't get many whopper tornadoes over here in England. Let's move on to our pun for today. I went to buy some camouflage trousers yesterday, but I couldn't find any. Okay, it's time for our shout-outs. So in Class 1 today, our first shout-out goes to Maya Harris. Maya, thank you for telling me the second part to that butterfly story. It was really good to know that the butterfly flew off and its wing was healed. That was a relief. You've been in school since the 1st of June, Maya, and you've settled back in really, really well. In Class 2, it's a shout-out to Ollie Hood. Ollie, a very polite young man who I'm looking forward to seeing again and can't wait to get back into school and then get started with your work again. In Class 3, we mentioned Alex White a little bit earlier. Alex, you came back to school this week and you've had a great few days. We've missed you very much. It's been fantastic to see you again because you're such a polite and kind and gentle young man. So thank you, Alex, for making your return to school as good as we thought it would be. Have a lovely day today. In Class 4 is Ramuna. Ramuna, we also saw you back this week on Monday and Tuesday, and it was lovely to see you. In fact, we got to meet Mum and Dad as well, so that was really, really lovely. So it's been a little while since you've joined our school, and then, of course, you couldn't come for a long time. So Ramuna, it's been great to see you, and we'll see you again on Monday and Tuesday. In Class 5, it's a shout out to Joshua Donaldson. Josh, I do hope you're well. I miss your cheeky grin and seeing you on the playground running at 100 miles an hour in the middle of a game. I'm sure you've been exploring lots in the garden and going out when you can. I did see a lovely photo of you a few weeks ago. I think you were in a babbling brook or a little river somewhere, just getting stuck in, because that's what you do, Josh. So let's look forward to seeing you back as soon as we possibly can. And in Class 6 is a shout out to Catherine. Catherine, I think you and Dad and the family have been working really hard. Dad sends us a breakdown of your work every Sunday, and we get one for you, one for Robert, and one for Louise. And it's been fantastic to see your hard work. I'm really pleased with how much effort you're putting into your work, and I know that Mum and Dad are proud of you too. So as you get ready for secondary school, Catherine, you should be really pleased with this work you're doing, because it's going to be really, really helpful for you. So everybody, that's our assembly for Friday, and we hope you have a lovely day today, and we will see you next week on Monday. where we announce the winners of the windmill competition. Have a lovely day and have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.